Hi, so let's take a problem and try to solve it, okay? And we have a circuit as shown on the screen, and what we want to do is see how this circuit operates, maybe find out when the diode is on and off, and find out the current in the circuit, okay? There are a few other parts to the question which I'll put below the video and you can solve it yourself. But I just want to start the problem along with you. Okay, so one of the ways in which you can solve this problem is just by recognizing that you have two voltage sources, right? You have 12 volts and you have Vin. So if you, for example, take these points, let's call this point A, let's call this point B, right? Between A and B, on one side you have this resistance and this diode connected. On the other side, you say, what's the voltage connected between A and B? It's Vin and it is this 12 volts. So could we combine these two voltages? And I think you can. And if you combine these two voltages, what you will get is something like this, right? So you will get a voltage source which is V in minus 12 volts, and then you have your resistance and your diode. Okay. If you want to make it a little bit more similar to the circuit that we have looked at before, what you can do is, I'm just going to copy this circuit, and what we can do is put the circuit here and invert the positions of the diode and the resistance, right? Uh, because the diode and the resistance are in series, they have the same current going through them. It doesn't matter whether you connect the diode first and the resistor later, because the same current is passing through. So the effect wouldn't, the circuit would remain the same. And if you do that, so if I put the diode here and I put the resistance here, then once you look at this circuit, you know how to solve it, right? This is basically the rectifier circuit that we had before. Okay. In the next video, I'm just going to try to solve it in a simpler way. If there may be some cases where you are not able to imagine that this 12 volt and this V in needs to be combined together and that you could invert these. If you couldn't see that, how would you do this problem? Let's look at that in the next video.